If you want to start your own podcast, Anchor has everything you need. It's the easiest way to make a podcast, and it's free. They have a creation tool that allows you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. And Anchor will also distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. And the best part, you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's literally everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So download the Anchor app, or you can go to anchor.fm to get started. That's ANCHOR.FM. So we're back with another episode of the podcast. Now, if you've been active on social media in the last couple of weeks, I'm pretty sure you've either seen or heard something about Clubhouse. You may be asking yourself, what is Clubhouse? Clubhouse allows you to network and socialize with people from all over. I would explain it like a real-time audio version of LinkedIn. And I'm here today to tell you all about Clubhouse and how to use it to your advantage. Clubhouse is a new audio hangout app. It's still in beta form, and the app is currently still invite only. You can download the app and request access, and then you'll be placed in like a waiting room, a virtual waiting room, until you get an invite from someone else or someone who's already in the app sees an option for them to allow you to move up on the waiting list, which bypasses the need for you to have an invite. Otherwise, you just wait in the waiting room, the virtual waiting room. I'm not sure exactly how long the wait is because there are people on the app that are saying that they've been waiting for months. But once you get access, you'll be able to finish setting up your account. When setting up your account, you want to make sure you put your actual name. This is not the time to put any cute little nicknames or pet names or nicknames that you go by. Whatever you set your name as, that's what your name will be because you are not able to change it. So if you put Boo Boo Kitty on there, your name is going to be Boo Boo Kitty for the life of the app. So make sure that you set it as your name. You also want to start to set up your profile by picking a good profile picture. Profile pictures are very important because there's only one photo on this app, and that's your profile picture. So that's the picture that's going to get people's attention. That's the picture that's going to show up when you're in groups. That's the picture that people are going to see and identify as you. So you want to make sure you pick a good profile picture. Next, you want to start to type up your bio. The bio section is really big on Clubhouse because all the words you put in the bio section yield keyword search results. So you want to include all keywords that surround you, your brand, your business, your interests. This is really important because when people search for different topics, it will pull and generate from your profile. Put the most important line at the top of your bio because when they search you under your name, it will only show that one line. So you want to put whatever will draw people into you right under your name. So put the most important part about you at the top of your bio. Don't forget to include your location so that you'll be able to network with other people in your area. This is important also because once again, if people search their location and they're looking for people who are also in their location, you want to populate and generate in their search results. So make sure you put your location. The model that is used for developing your bio that I've seen across Clubhouse is listing who you are, what you do, and what you're looking to gain from the app. A lot of people put a lot of information. Some people put a little information. It's really what you feel comfortable putting. If you have a lot of information to put, go for it because, like I said, it will generate more search results. Also, if you don't really know what to put, you can just put something cute and fun. It doesn't have to be so serious. A lot of people are writing it like it's a resume. It doesn't have to be so serious. It is still a networking social media type of platform. So you'll still be able to communicate with others and explain, what it is about you, why you're on here, if you do go into these groups. But just off rip, you want to have enough information so people, when they click on your profile, will know who you are, what you do, and what you're looking to gain from the app. The next thing, make sure that you link your Instagram and Twitter accounts to your Clubhouse profile. When people look on your profile on Clubhouse, they will be able to link to your Instagram and Twitter pages. This is useful because Clubhouse does not have a messaging capability at this time. So if you connect with someone in a room and you want to continue the conversation or network further, you'll have to take it to social media DMs. This is an app where it's okay to slide in people's DMs. You will hear people saying, hey, I just sent you a DM. Hey, send me a DM. This is the time to do that. Don't be shy about it. We all know that this is how we have to interact because there is no messaging database on the actual app. If you have a business website, you can list your business website in your bio, but at this time, Clubhouse does not have hyperlinks. So you won't be able to directly send people to your business website. That's why it's, again, good to list your social medias, because you can drive people to your social media and then encourage them to visit your links through your social media pages. Now, speaking of social media, it's important to note that Clubhouse is not like other social media platforms. Yes, Clubhouse is very interactive. It's very fun. It's a nice little switch up from traditional social medias, but it's not like other traditional social media platforms. So there's an option to follow people. There's also an option for people to follow you. But I advise that you be very intentional about who you allow to follow you and who you follow. While it might seem like on other sites where you just need to get lots of different followers, or you want to go follow all your friends and celebrities, this really isn't the social media platform for that. It serves a different purpose. It's for networking, connecting with other like-minded people. So you want to follow people intentionally who share interests and goals as you. So for example, my interests are podcasts. So in the left top corner, you'll see a search option. If you type in podcast, it'll pull up profiles with the keyword podcast. Now remember, I already said that it's very important to put relevant keywords in your bio, because that will generate search results. So here we are using it in an example. We're searching podcast, and all the podcast profiles that have podcasts in it are coming up. So now I can go through and look at the different profiles and filter through them, read the bios, maybe go to their social media pages to gain more information about them, and find out if it's someone that I'm actually interested in connecting with. Another option, on the home page, you'll see the hallway. They call it the hallway on this app. It's basically it shows the rooms where there are different meetings going on. Now, you can see the title at the top. You can also see who the moderators are and the other individuals that are in the room. The more people that you follow, the more rooms that you'll see, the more people that you'll see inside of rooms that you know. Speaking of moderators, moderators are basically the people who host the meetings in the rooms. They are able to bring people on stage and also able to remove people. Now, the moderator is responsible for leading and maintaining the organization of the room. The moderator can turn on and off the raise hand abilities. So if you look on the lower right side, you'll see a little hand. If the hand is not grayed out, you can click it and wait for the moderator to accept your request and move you to the stage. It's basically like an in-person, like if you were in person, you would raise your hand and the person would call on you and you would be able to speak. But since it's virtual, you raise your hand, they can move you into a different area on the screen, and then when it's your turn to speak, you can speak. It's very important that you be ready to mute your mic. Once the moderator accepts your request to come on stage, your mic will be live. If you don't want to get kicked out or yelled at, told to turn your mic off, make sure that you mute your mic. Number 1 housekeeping rule, mute your mic if you're not speaking. Number 2, wait for the moderator to address you before speaking. Unless it's already been said and it's an open conversation and they're just kind of letting people, jump around and speak freely. Most moderators will not allow that though. In order to keep control of the room, they will allow one person to speak at a time by calling on that one person to speak. Moderators and all listeners should reset their screens often to ensure that the order of the people on stage is up to date. People leave and come in and out of rooms a lot. So by refreshing your screen, you will be able to maintain order on your screen to see who's come back in, who's left, and see what place they are in order on the screen. You'll hear the moderators say all the time, PTR. And at first, when I first got on the app, I was like, what the heck is PTR? But PTR stands for pull to refresh. It's very simple. That's how you reset the screen. So a lot of times you'll hear moderators say, let's reset the stage, let's reset the room, PTR. All you have to do it's pretty self-explanatory, is hold, swipe down, and it'll reset your screen. It's basically just like when you're on social media and you want to refresh your timeline, you just pull down and it'll refresh. If you're on stage and wish to return to the listener area, there's an option to return from the stage. There's also an option if you just want to leave the room altogether. On the lower left-hand side, it says leave quietly. This is basically equivalent to if you were in a physical meeting and you needed to sneak out the back door. You wouldn't announce to everyone like, hey, I'm leaving. No, you just get up quietly, scoot, 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 and you leave the room quietly. That's the same thing that button. So you don't need to announce to everybody, hey, I'm leaving. You can just push that button and it'll take you back to the home screen with the hallways. The more people you follow, the more rooms you'll see in your hallway. So if you go in the hallway and you're like, I don't see anything that I want to go into, or I don't know any of these people, or they're not talking about anything interesting, you can always create your own room. You can either start one at that current time or you can schedule one for the future. Just make sure that when you are creating rooms that you're adding topics and descriptions at the time you decide to make a meeting, because after the meeting starts, you're not able to change it. So whatever you list as the title for your meeting, that's what it will show in the hallway for everybody else to see. And that'll determine whether people come in or not, because all they can see is the title of the room and then who's in there moderating and who's in the room listening. So if you do start a meeting, just know that you'll be the moderator and it'll be your responsibility to lead the meeting and maintain the order in the room. Another helpful little tip if you're looking for how to find groups or meetings that are interesting to you, if you look at the bottom of someone's profile, you'll see like little badges, and those are for clubs. If you find a club that you like, it'll give you a brief description of different things. Like one of the clubs I follow is the NFL club. And so you can click it and it has all of like a description of all the different things that they do in that club, and it shows people who are already members in that club. And I just click that I want to join the club, and I have to wait till someone accepts me to be able to have access to it. So once you're accepted, you'll receive a little notification. There's a notification bell on there, so it shows you when people follow you, upcoming meetings, all of that. You'll also see when you're accepted into a club. And that's pretty much the ins and outs of Clubhouse. There are a few more important things I just want to warn you about when dealing with Clubhouse. Number one, you can and will get banned from the app. It is very important to be cautious of who you give your invites out to. So when you initially join Clubhouse, you are given one invite to give to someone else to have access to the app. When you give your invite to someone else, your name shows up on their profile as the person who nominated them. So if the person you invite to the app acts up or violates any rules and is blocked or banned from the app, you will be removed too. And you don't want that because you didn't do anything wrong. So be very cautious of who you're inviting to the app, who you're endorsing on the app, because that is very important. Number two, Clubhouse does not allow screen recording. You will get banned for that as well. I received a notification the other day. I wasn't even trying to screen record anything on Clubhouse. I was actually on Clubhouse with it running in the background, and I was screen recording something on Instagram. And when I came back over to the Clubhouse app, at the top there was a bright red notice that said screen recording is not allowed, continue it, this is your warning, if you continue you'll be banned. So just letting you guys know, do not screen record or you will get banned. Number three, this is a form of social media, so you need to be aware, just like you would with any other social media site. Online safety is important. So not giving out your personal information. Don't be gullible. There are a lot of people on Clubhouse who are experts. There are a lot of people who are not experts. And there are a lot of people that are online pretending to be experts. So make sure that you're not being gullible. Think smart. Don't give out credit card information. Don't give out social security numbers. Just be smart. Be smart, have fun, and you can use Clubhouse to your advantage. So hopefully this will help you on your journey on Clubhouse. If you have any other questions, please feel free to contact me on Instagram. And until next time, peace and love. Hopefully I'll see you on Clubhouse.